Getting ahead and being in the top 1% might not be as difficult as you might think. Do you feel like the black sheep in your group? Do you feel like you're the odd one out? Do you feel like you are meant for more? If the answer is yes to the above questions, then stick with me. If the answer is no, then please go and watch someone that tells you that ice baths are the solution to everything in life. And just a quick disclaimer before anyone starts commenting in the video below, this is not throwing shade at anyone that practices the ice cold baths. I get it. My point with that comment is that not everything revolves around certain small things that you could potentially do on a daily basis, because sometimes things are a bit more complicated and they require a bit more of a deep thought process in order to solve certain more complicated, most probably, problems that you might be having in your life. So ice baths are not the solution to everything. That's all I'm saying before you start commenting. Now, the reason why I named this video the top 1% is the following. Because it's sexy, it's highly desirable, everyone wants it. It's actually also a bit more deeper than that, yeah? If you clicked on it and if you're still listening to it, that means that something attracted you because of the title. So my question to you is, what does it sound so good to you about being in the top 1%? And why would you like to be in the top 1%? Now, let me tell you why I believe you want that. Because being in the top 1% is special. It differentiates you from everyone else around. It also means that you are successful. And most probably, if you want to be in the top 1% or if you want to be successful, you have a reason why. You understand that you are driven by something. Now, yes, this advice might have been given to you by other people as well. But remember, sometimes we do need to repeat certain things because the first time someone explained it, no one was listening or not enough people were listening. So again, what does it mean to you to be in the top 1%? What does it mean success to you? And why do you actually want it? Because if you are anything like me, that means that you might be getting an idea, you might be wanting a business, you might be thinking how amazing it would be if you do X, Y, and Z. But then what happens is that procrastination hits, yeah? Or we just start postponing things, or we do deep research on certain things that require days and hours and maybe even weeks spent on just researching things. And we can get all it in here, but we actually don't see any evidence of we taking action because everything's in here. And we just think about things and we plan things and we organize things, but we don't actually take any concrete action in that direction. And success to you, it's completely different than success to me or anyone else around. And just the fact that I have an idea of what success is to me, just the fact that you might be creating your own idea of success is going to set you in the top 1%. Because let me tell you what happens to the 99% of the people around you. They just get on with the things that are happening around them. They just do things. They become part of the matrix, as being called nowadays. It's basically burying your head in the sand and just doing things because you're never confident enough. You're always scared. You have no certainty that whatever you think you want to be doing is going to work. And you just get on and do what everyone else around you does, yeah? So you being in the 1% is challenging that, is questioning that, is taking a different route than everyone else around you does. Now let me tell you where to start when you want to create your idea of success. And it's very similar to that question that most probably some of you have already heard about how is your ideal day looking like. So basically, my idea of success is very set in stone. I know where I live, I know the type of house I live in, I know who I live with, that means my partner, I know children around or no children around or how many children are around. I also know how do I give back, i.e. charity. I also know my routine, workout, diet, what type of work I want to be doing. I have all of this already set, what's my mission in life, etc. All of these are already created for me, and that's my idea of success. So when someone comes to me and tells me, you want your name on a plane, I'll be like, no, thank you, because that's not my idea of success. With all due respect to people that want that. If you want that, there's nothing wrong with it. But whatever you want, stick to it. Whatever you want, be confident and sure that that is your long-term vision for whatever you're trying to achieve in your life. And then the toughest part, which is understanding your why. Why do you want that? Because let me tell you, that's been my biggest struggle in the last few years of entrepreneurship, knowing my why. And I do believe most of my procrastination and aka laziness at times, it was because I didn't have a strong enough why. Now, I'm someone that has no children, so usually people make their children as the biggest why. Personally, for me, nothing that is me personally in my why, doing something because of me, doing something because of me, doesn't work for me. I need to make it about someone else. So if it's not my current children, it has to be my partner. If it's not my current children, it has to be my nephew or my nieces. But again, my why, personally, this is through trial and error and etc. I've noticed that whenever I make things about me, I'm not putting in the work that's required. It's not because I don't respect or love myself, because I do. I love every inch of myself and my brain and my spirit and everything. But it is because I feel like I've got a responsibility when it's about someone else. Now I can take any risk and I can take any decision in my personal life, business, etc. I'm gonna suffer the consequences. But when someone else suffers the consequences as well, a member of the family, a partner, a member of the team, an employee, then the responsibility is bigger. So then you have to do the things that you might be putting off. So remember, know how you work and create your why. Know your why. Just a quick reminder, if you've been enjoying this video, make sure you like it because that helps me. And also let me know, why would you like to be in the top 1% and how are you applying all these learning lessons from the video? After you figure this one out, and hopefully you've done it fast, because there is no need for you to write down pages upon pages, etc. Just figure it out very quickly. What's your idea of success and why do you want that success, or why do you want to be in the top 1%? To understand how to be in the top 1%, we need to look at the 99%. So let's look at your environment. And I do not mean that physically necessarily what's surrounding in your environment, but that could be a big factor as well. We want to look at the people around you, the 99% of people around you. So one thing most probably that you've noticed to the people around you, they do not really ask questions. So one important thing for you to start doing is asking questions. Because we are going into an era where people stop thinking. We have so many devices, so many systems, so much AI around us right now that we just do things without questioning them. We rely literally our lives on systems and electronics and everything else in between. So basically we are letting everything and everyone else do the thinking for us, and we don't even put any work into thinking ourselves. Well, you being in the top 1%, you're gonna start doing that. You're gonna start doing the opposite and you're gonna start questioning everything. When someone comes to you with certain news about this happened and that's about to happen, etc., do you even question it? Do you even do your own research on that topic, or do you just take it as a given? Because that's something we want to change. We want to start changing. Someone's telling you something, you need to start asking questions. When, what, how reliable is the source you got that information from, etc. Then go and do your own digging into the topic if it's something that you are interested in or it might affect you. Don't just take whatever people tell you, because there are people out there reading, listening, hearing about whatever things, and they come to deliver it to you. But they usually deliver it even less than 60% of the information they actually gathered. So you need to start questioning these things, and you need to start looking into these things yourself. Also, maybe in a job, maybe in a business that you currently are. Maybe there is something that's changing, a process, a system, a procedure across something. Do you just take that as a given, okay, we're doing that and that's it? Or do you actually question things to understand the thought process behind that decision? Because that's what you want to get into the habit of, how certain decisions were made. How certain actions are being taken and why they are being taken. You want to dig into this information and understand it, and the way you are building up to that is questioning things on a daily basis. When you are reading, when you are watching certain things like this and listening to certain things like, do you question it? Well, question myself. Why should you ask questions? Yeah, you should challenge me as well. You should challenge everyone around you and start asking questions, but not from a stupid perspective. No disrespect meant there, not from a stupid perspective, just to question it. Question with the intention of understanding, not question with the intention of just questioning and feeling special because you are questioning, yeah? Because let me tell you why am I saying this. We start having this attitude towards just following cults and people around us, getting into a numb state when people are just guiding us and tell us something sexy, hooky, telling us something that makes sense from a marketing perspective, and we just take it as a given. It's like, for example, we might be listening a lot of our celebrities. Yeah, I might be saying, the celebrity says, oh my God, I absolutely love cake and I cannot stay away from cake or sweets or chocolate, whatever it is. And I eat cake every single week. And what 99% of people out there get from that information, well, it's okay for me to eat cake and eat sweets and eat chocolate because that's exactly what, Victoria's Secret models are doing. That's exactly what the actresses and all the singers out there that are a size 0, 2, whatever, are doing. We don't actually question it, we don't actually understand the full picture. We just take something that emotionally makes sense to us and making us not feel guilty about a particular action that subconsciously we might even know they might not be right. So my point for you to question things is understanding that certain things in our lives have a bigger picture, and for us not to get numb, not to follow cults. This may be at times idiotic movements, if I'm completely honest. Not to be ignorant about the things around us, not to bury our hands in the sand, not to act before we actually think, not to react before we reflect, not to judge before we assess and we think about those particular people, things, situations, etc. Because the way and the direction we're going reminds me of a movie that's a very old movie, I might be showing my age. It's a movie called Idiocracy. And the main idea from Idiocracy, obviously it's explained in the name, is that people just stopped doing any thinking. They became obese, they became not caring about everything that was happening around them. They had robots doing everything for them. If you have a chance, I advise you to have a look and watch that movie. This was a movie that I watched with so many of my friends, and just because at the end of the movie, I wanted always to ask them, what is it that you got from the movie? Did you enjoy the movie? Did you find it funny? Because it is funny, but it's funny, sad. Yeah, to see the direction that we could potentially go if we don't start questioning things, if we don't start thinking. You need to literally start acting and thinking completely different than the remaining of 99 people around you. But when you do that, and when you start becoming a better version of yourself and you start having a deeper thought process over the things that you're doing on a daily basis, on a bigger scale, etc., do not get a chip on your shoulder and do not get an attitude I'm better than you type of thing. Just remember, you always want to be humble and you want to have that intelligence, that wisdom that comes with it, and keep it, nice and quiet, and just do things from an understanding perspective, do things from a helping, selfless perspective to the people around you. Then do not be scared of having ideas and challenging things. That means from a service perspective, from a product's perspective. And let me tell you why I'm saying this. Because there are literally people out there that created products such as an ostrich pillow. Google it, have a look at what that is. A bra dryer, like the bras need a special dryer. A face toast, literally toast that has your face on it. Like, what? And people had an idea. They most probably, people around them thought it was crazy. And guess what? They took that idea and created wealth for themselves and created their ideal life and their ideal success life for themselves. So that's my point. If you have an idea for a service or a product, just go out there and test and try it, and don't be afraid of looking stupid. Because that's what the remaining of the people around you don't do. Look at services such as dog walking and dog nursery, or like pet nurseries, etc., which are very, very helpful, don't get me wrong, but 20 years ago no one was thinking about this. Or services of having an online friend. There are people out there that are lonely, and they can go onto certain websites and have a friend, someone to chit chat with them. How's your day been so far? It's been great. By the way, this is not being sarcastic in any way, shape, or form towards any of the products or services, because clearly there is a need out there, and these people that created these things and saw the gap in the market should receive a great round of applause, because they literally helped solve a problem and also helped themselves by creating the ideal life for themselves. And finally, the one that you've all been waiting for is start taking action. And no, by taking action, I do not mean creating a 3-hour morning routine. Not that there is anything wrong with that. I'm just saying you do whatever works for you, but concrete action towards your goal, towards the idea that you are having. If a 2-hour deep breath work helps you achieve that idea and goal, then do it. Personally, that doesn't work for me. I don't see the relation with it. But again, peace of mind and having that connection with your spirit as well. We remember body, mind, and spirit, the triangle. That's important to have that deep connection with your spirit, yeah? But let's be extremely clear on the actions that you want to take for your idea, service, product, whatever you are thinking to build for yourself, and take particular action in that direction, yeah? People around you do not do that. So you want to do the things that are different from everyone around you. People around you do not do that. People around you like to moan and complain and like to criticize and like to judge. That's the thing. You want to be different than that. You want to be kind and humble all the time, but you want to take the action that around you people are not taking. And remember, with taking action and starting to be visible, people will come and judge you. People will come and troll you. You might be looking at like an idiot at times because you might not be sure of how you're going about certain things and what should you be saying and doing, etc. But it's all gonna be worth it in the end when you're proving your concept, when you're proving your idea. People will be shocked by you, but at least you're not doing what the 99% of people are doing. You are taking a chance because only by taking a chance, you might be having a chance at success. You are taking a chance because only by taking a chance, you might be having a chance at success and being in the top 1%. So until next time, share the love.